Hello, Israel. It's been a while. It's almost been probably going on 8 plus 9 months since Yah wanted me to give you a message. And so today the video is entitled the Exodus has been rescued. And with that, we'll begin with that. So the battle has been, as usual, tough. It's always going to be tough. But we always come out victorious. And so I'll begin by, he put this on March the 7th, the Friday. He said, I put you in a dark place to battle the evil attacking the Exodus. He said, you are triumphant. No thing I have created shall never ever separate us. We are together forever. He said, my Exodus thanks you. So in the invisible world, there are entities and beings that we can't see. And so the Exodus is one of those entities. And so the way he kind of gives it to us is almost like a person. As he gives this to us, it's like, yeah, this is my Exodus. And so that's when he says, my Exodus thanks you. He says, the path is now clear to Exodus Americas. Then he went on to say, let's see, he says, family, arise. No need to stand by the door. The door has finally been opened. There was great evil in this neighborhood portal. And so he says, Satan petitioned me to allow him to attack you. And so that goes back to like Job. It goes back to Job, chapter 1, verses 6 through 12. And so I read that again. He says, Satan petitioned me, Yah, to allow him to attack you. And Yah says, I, Yah, allowed it. And so this was a battle of Satan trying to destroy the Exodus. And so he says, and then he says, in this particular person, since we've moved here, I've been battling this person since we moved here for 8.5, 9 months. And so he says about this person, he says, this person was the minion Satan used to attack you. This person shall perish. You shall, and then he says, you shall judge Satan and destroy him. Hallelujah. And so in that, I want to clarify this who we are. And so I am an apostle. Trelis is a prophet, sent 2 by 2. So this goes back to that talks about it in Mark. Chapter 6, verses 7 through 13, where he talks about how Yahshua also sent out the apostles 2 by 2. And then for me, I battle in the heavens, the spiritual realm, the unseen world. That is my calling. That is what I do. And so I have prepared the pathway for the second Exodus. And I have been battling in the heavenlies over Washington, D.C. since we settled in this particular neighborhood outside of Washington, D.C. And then, as it says, Yah is the same yesterday and today and forever. And that's in Hebrews 13, chapter 13, verse 8. So Yah never changes. And so the things that I'm giving you today is nothing new. This is Yah, the everlasting maker. So Yah does not do anything without telling his prophets. And so Trelis is a prophet, and that's in Amos 3:7. And then Yah gives heavenly revelations to his apostles, and that's in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1. Apostles and prophets are the foundation of Yah's kingdom, and Yahshua is the cornerstone of his kingdom. And that's in Ephesians 2:20. And so from there, the next thing is that how Yah talks about the forthcoming events. And so in that, we'll start off with, he said December the 27th of last year, he says, the beast is back. The beast, my trump, shall be very instrumental in your exodus in America. This is his appointed time to destroy Americas. And he says, hold on to your teeth, no more darkness. And then he says, Trump, my vessel, shall crash Americas. This is his appointed time to assist you. And so he back in the campaign in 2016, the November 4th, when he was running for president the first time, he just told us, he says, Trump is the beast. And so we said, okay, Trump is the beast. And then going back to some scriptures here about the beast. And this is like an overview of the beast. And it says, in the Bible, the beast in Revelation is a tyrannical power that persecutes Yah's people. The beast is described as rising from the sea and is sometimes called the Antichrist. And so in Revelation, there are bullet points. In Revelation, the beast is given power by the dragon. The beast persecutes God's people. So if you look at the actions of Trump right now, like the most recent one where he fired the top general, and then all of a sudden he replaced this top Israelite with a two-star general. And so along the way, this is what Trump is doing. He's persecuting us in a mighty way. And the beast speaks blasphemous words against Yah. He talks about the beast rules for the world for 42 months. The beast is described as resembling a leopard, a lion, and a bear. The beast, then he also says, the beast suffers a fatal head wound, which is miraculously healed. And then other bullet points about this is that the beast's 7 heads are identified with the 7 hills of Rome. The beast is the earthly foe of the church. The beast is an agent of Satan. The beast is a version of an unholy, and it says here, Trinity by Satan. And this, even in this, is kind of skewed because there is no such thing as the Trinity. That's a Christian thing. Then it goes on to say other related Bible passages is that Daniel chapter 7, verses 1 through 8 describes various empires pictured as a lion, a bear, leopard, and 10-horned monster. So we look at Russia, Ukraine, United Kingdom. So all these things are in our face, and the beast Satan is joyful as to what he's trying to do. Then one more thing about the beast. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 through 10 mentions the lawless one. So if you look at Donald Trump in his first term, and then right now, almost 2 months into his second Trump term, what he is doing, he's trying to make America again. And I can go on and that, but if you just look at it, he's a lawless one. And so with that, I want to transition to something else that has happened probably about 4 months ago. So late September or early October of last year, he says, I'm sending you the nations. And in that, we said, okay, so this past, let's see here. On January the 18th, 2025, which was a Saturday, we were in an international video conference. And the countries that he brought to us were Pakistan, Canada, India, Kuwait, and South Africa. And this particular conference lasted 5 hours. And so for 5 hours, Yah used me at this time to prophesy into their lives. There was healing that was going on. There was that of revelation for many people. And then that of, he also had me call out those who were apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. And especially there was one that was, Charles, what was his name? Solomon? Solomon, who Yah had me just had him stand up, and this is a video conference. And in the video conference, he had me talk into his life and say, you are now my prophet. And we found out after all this, probably a couple of weeks later, in terms of talking with some of the people of the conference, the pastor who was in charge of the actual conference, that as soon as I spoke these words into his life, as soon as he went off camera, he had to go to the bathroom, I guess, and he said he had flushed himself in the bathroom. And so there was mighty things that Yah was doing. And so in that, they made a poster for the event. And so it was a flyer. And so in that flyer, we'll post that on our website so you all can peruse that. And how we came about with this particular international conference is that Charles and I, we ordered an Uber to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get our licenses. And the driver was a Pakistani, and he had a degree in engineering, something like that, so he was transitioning. And so in that time of driving to the DMV, Yah had me speak into his life. And so we didn't know nothing about him. And all of a sudden, we found out that what we spoke, he came back and told us that everything that he was going through was word by word of what Yah was doing in his life. And so because of that, his older brother, he reached out to his older brother and shared with him the event in terms of what happened that day. And from that, his brother reached out to others across that part of the world, and that's how that came about. I don't have the information in front of me, but Yah said a long time ago that he wanted those who wanted him. And so besides his covenant people, the Gentiles who wants Yah, Yah wants them. Yah said also on December the 6th, the 24th, which was a Friday, he says, in terms of the nations, he says, the nations shall call you. For some it shall be too late. He says, the end has ended, the new has begun. But right now, once again, I'll end by saying that the Exodus is healthy, it has been rescued, and we're on track. Yah is sovereign. So for us, we have always obeyed what he has told us to do. We will always obey what he has what he tells us to do. And so with that, family. All is well. Shalom.